Manners respect, people. Manners respect. 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 People, it's outside I feel nice. No minus now go on. It's a little bit warmer, people. Definitely a little bit warmer. And by the way, my plant them a look good. My plants ready for the summer. So people don't know, so it's always informative, educational, uplifting. It's always on the positive side, right, people? I want to give a shout out to all of them amazing people them born this month. Again, all the amazing people them are born every month, but you know, I know quite a few people born this month, and if I not give them a shout out, you know, my boy not go fry. Plus again, you know, my sister passed off this month, last year. So this month have a lot of meaning. That's why I'm saying I keep on educating, looking on the brighter side of things. And always I bring something informative to the table. So people, today we are going to introduce somebody new to the platform. And I know say everybody when me introduce is always, you know, I gotta agree with everything people say, right? But them have a point of view on something, right? So this gentleman, him have him own YouTube channel, and it's called Goblacktoafirica, and he's a conscious brother. Him travel all over Africa. Well, him always tell him story about him life and stuff like that. So person always can always I say the people that I subscribe to are the people that I share, right? Unless me just play a little clip of a voice note or something like that. But giving credit to all of these people for the job what them do, I always give a shout out because again, are we supposed to help out each other? Right? I'm telling you something, I strongly believe in unity because everybody understand what unity is, but not everybody practice unity. So just forgive a shout out to Go Black to Africa as we proceed, people, because you know say me can't talk all day, but it's not for me to talk all day. It's for these people to be the guest.
What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy, bringing you another gold nugget that you can either pick up or you can just kick it aside. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you all as you all come in. Will somebody buy me a cup of coffee? Will somebody, I'm gonna sound like Tom Joyner, somebody buy me a cup of coffee? That's my new saying right now because I need to wake up when I after this information that I just received about Donald Trump. I'm gonna play the videos, y'all, rejecting 54 African countries for visas, but accept a refugee program for white Africans in South Africa to come to damn Erica. That's right, put the D in front of America, capitalize the E, damn Erica, because they're saying that they are being oppressed by their lands being taken. Trump signed an executive order to free white people from black people. Can you believe that? That white people are needing to be freed from black people? Those who went and took their land and saying that they are being so-called oppressed or being taken advantage of because their lands are being taken, which is far from the truth. Had to do the research, had to look into the whole thing and find out that no, it is that the South African government is looking at land that is not being
Manners,
used
respect.
or land that was maliciously taken
Yes, we're listening.
can be returned or be utilized for the benefit of the better good of the people. This is what the whole thing is. But let's get into the video because let me say this right here, y'all. Let me say this right here. It is a shame that we as a people, black folks in America, have such a trust in a government system ran by those who don't have a care about you, but yet believe there is equality, fairness in in its behavior of its if it, in conducting its business, all because of the fact that you received your degree, you got your six-figure job for only 3% of the population, and you got your little car and your little Gucci belt, and you think you've achieved something that there's equality. You know, it frustrates me. But the beautiful thing of it is, though, is that what's happening down the pipe, many of y'all don't even see this prophecy that's happening. This is prophetic. This is where it is that the exodus will have to happen. Because when you see that the so-called reins are being tightened upon a people that many people don't even see. One, Biden brought in all those daggone immigrants to replace you. I was sharing with a brother today. This was a replacement program, you people. Everywhere I'm traveling around damn America is people from all these different countries, the restaurants I go to, the hotels I stay in, the jobs that many people really don't want to do. But now I'm seeing even jobs that are requiring whether you have a license, whether you need a degree. There are people, this is a replacement program that happened under the Biden administration. Guess what? There is a fulfillment through a Trump administration. Why? Because you have to understand we are a people who are nationless and without a nation. Do you not understand we are under a captivity, taken out of a nation or a country or a region or a continent or a place to be brought under slavery into a newfound land, or should I say a new stolen land? Come on, people, wake up and realize the fact that we are still captives by our the captors who have taken us into this whole enslavement and in a system that we sit in today. We are subjects and servants. Let's look at this report that came in because many people, I tell y'all, sometimes it can get frustrating when you try to share information with your own people and they just don't get it. But let's check this report out right here. Let's check this report out right here.
Okay, that's the frustration sometimes because nobody wants to hear, nobody wants to understand it, but it's happening.
Check this report out right here.
President Donald Trump's administration is leaving no stone unturned to show their distrust and discrimination against Africans. Why do we say so? Because his administration has excluded Africa from this year's visa waiver program. In a list reportedly released earlier this week, the Trump administration has excluded all 54 countries of the world's second largest continent from eligibility for a visa waiver that allows travelers to enter the United States for up to 90 days without a formal visa. In sharp contrast, the Trump administration has included nearly 40 countries in this year's list, most of which are US allies from Europe and Asia.
Their cousins.
This has raised eyebrows over the ongoing challenges African nations face in securing easier access to the US. For years, visa rejection rates for African applicants have been on the rise. Reports indicate that nearly 60% of all students from African countries who applied to study at universities in the United States were denied the requisite F1 visa in 2023. The US authorities have reportedly cited concerns over immigration violations, fraud, and security risks as reasons for rejecting African visas. Moreover, reports suggest countries with high numbers of visa overstays, asylum seekers, or economic instability have also traditionally faced stricter entry standards to the US. But interestingly, the US has not raised such concerns for its allies such as Israel, Netherlands, Finland, Germany,
These are
France,
their cousins.
Norway,
This is their
South
family. This is
Korea,
their
and
relatives.
Japan, among others,
This is their
who are included in
buddies.
this year's visa waiver program. So why exclude Africa, a continent that is rapidly growing, has a young demography, and is rich in minerals that drive America's economic interests? Some link this to Trump's policy of doubling down on illegal migration and his hardline stance on border control. Moreover, the exclusion of Africa from the visa waiver program might also be a larger political move to restrict entry from countries that Trump feels have security challenges and implications. This action might further complicate relations between the US and Africa, which have already been deteriorating under Trump.
So, you know what's so interesting is the fact that I hope that every African American, whatever you want to call yourself, Black folk, will wake up and see, especially the African leaders over there, they don't give a damn about you. Even though you're the puppet, you're nothing but a subject to them. This is all it is. But be of good cheer. Get yourself ready. Go back home to your African country. Establish yourself. Get your land and start planting food. Do you not see that there is a famine coming? Do you not see that? Look, I was just in the store. I'm like, I can only get 1 carton of eggs. Oh, yes. Y'all been hearing about that. Do y'all not see that there's a shortage in beef? Do you not see that there is shortage in food, in the production of food? But Africa has untapped land that when it comes down to it, you all, when this whole famine hits, Africa will be free.
Yo, this is why Burkina Faso is yo. This is why Burkina Faso is so serious on developing their country to be self-reliant. This is why you see they have all of these meat, these laboratory meat, right? AI. They're researching all of these laboratory meat. They have this bug program coming out where they are making bugs into everything. Yeah, that's what's really happening.
Africa will be free, just like it was during the COVID. We were walking around in the streets, we were singing Kumbaya, and we were laughing at the rest of the world while the rest of the world was locked down. I was sitting in Tanzania. We were on the beach chilling, drinking a Mai Tai. I think I was drinking a Mai Tai back then. I maybe had a beer. But you know what I'm saying? But here it is that Trump, for many people who believe that this government, whether you're Republican or Democrat, is for you, is totally against our people. We're going to have to wake up to realize that No need. We're gonna have to realize that, when you got housekeeping, you got to tell them, not in the middle of, something here. But we have to realize that in this society we live in, that if we don't wake up to the truth of the matter, that we're just a people that are just brushed aside in society. Look, brothers and sisters, let me tell y'all this right here. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it buck. Okay? The days are coming when the squeeze is on, and you're just going to be a replacement. You're being replaced right now. Look, my sister got fired from her job just a couple weeks ago. My daughter just got laid off. And scrambling to trying to get work. And then you go get you another job that you might get paid less. And then all of a sudden now you are up against competing against those who what? Don't look like you, and you have to have a long laundry list of talents and gifts that are going to have to outshine your competitor who just don't look like you. Let me show you all this other video, because this is what got me. Now, this right here, somebody buy me a cup of coffee, because this right here shows and proves the prejudice and the biases that is in Trump against the people of color. Now, don't dare sit here and try to, I'm talking to you people who think every time that you hear the word African and you say, I'm not African. This is about skin color, y'all. This always been about skin color. I don't care what anybody says. Why is it that the brunt of all the changes has an effect in a people that look like you and I? But here it is. Trump just signed an executive order that white Africans can come here. I call them Afrikaans. That's what they call them. Afrikaans, C-O-N-S, not K-A-N-S. They can come to America under a refugee program because they're saying that the South Africans are mistreating or oppressing them and taking their land. He just signed an executive order stating the fact that there is a refugee program that any South African, white African, can come to America under a refugee program and take the benefits that you pay your taxes in. Let's take a look at that report, you all. Somebody buy me a cup of coffee. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Let's check this out right here. Let's check this out.
Wow. People, me telling them, say, yo, it's getting serious. It's getting serious, people. I say it already. The laws, all of them things can be changed at a snap of a finger. Rules, regulation. Because a them sign doesn't matter. As we proceed, people.
My goodness. Let's check this out right here. Let's check this out.
Executive order by the Trump administration targeting Afrikaners. They're a South African ethnic group who are predominantly white. The administration is planning to offer certain Afrikaners refugee status in the U.S. after saying they are being targeted by a South African law that allows the government to seize their land. Tonight, we're hearing from South Africans who live here about the president's order. CBS News Miami's Anna McAllister joins us live from Fort Lauderdale with their reaction. Anna?
Well, Lauren, the South Africans I spoke to, they say they are in support of what President Trump is trying to do, but they say that not all South Africans feel that way, and they explain to us why. As President Donald Trump announced he's revoking TPS status for Venezuelans and Haitians, he's inviting one group of people to come to the U.S. white South Africans, specifically Afrikaners. This month, there's been rallies and protests in South Africa following the president's executive order, some for it and others against it.
If I do get the chance to go, it won't be like a charity case. I would take all my assets, I would sell them, go there, maybe start a life for myself, because I don't see starting a family here in South Africa.
Why would you want to go? There hasn't been any really bad taking over of land. The people are carrying on like normal.
President Trump's executive order states that it will not provide assistance to South Africa because of the country's position accusing Israel of genocide in the Gaza conflict, and because the Trump administration believes white Afrikaners are being targeted for their land.
Trump was explaining about the land grabs is only touching the surface of what's happening. Myself, I was a first responder, so I was private security for farmers in South Africa, and I dealt firsthand with farm attacks. Now, I know that a lot of Americans don't know what that is. That's basically a group of criminals that will come onto the land, kill.
You hear what the man said? A group of criminals. It's not like the whole country. You see how they make it? These people are in South Africa. The man say my security for the people them, so he knows.
And try and take that land for themselves.
Who took the land from them in the first place?
Farmers to be attacked for doing their job.
Rudolph Snyman and Carl de Beer are South Africans who recently moved to Fort Lauderdale, an area with a significant South African population. They both tell CBS News Miami many South Africans are supportive of the president's move.
You know, here it is that you can go steal
And that's white South Africans.
land, and then when they come go get it, you screaming they taking your land from them that you stole. This right here, biblically, let me set this record straight, you all. The Most High specifically stated who your enemy was. The enemy is specified that you will be sold to your enemies, and they will make you bond men and bond women, maid servants, as slaves. These will be your enemies. When you see that biblically, and it's and the Bible speaks of it time and time and time again, that these are your enemies, those who suppress you, those who imprison you, those who set out to do wrong against you, those who plot and scheme, those who take, who rob and rape and pillage. These are your enemies.
And an enemy doesn't have a color. That's one thing you got to understand. If a person do all of them things against you, is that considered a friend? Any way, form, or shape? But Mr. I'm going to go into details and things, because I tell you, says sometimes them things that happen to we, but we not accept it. Say our enemy I do it. We accept it. Are we friend? Are we friend? At that right there, so these are the things that enemies does. Yes, it might highlight it in the sense of skin, but it's also in the sense of mind. You can't call your friend your enemy. You can't call your enemy your friend. You have to differentiate the two because of two different names. And the two different names mean two different things. I'm tell you about how everything get blurry. As we proceed, people.
And rape and pillage, these are your enemies. But here in damn America, Black folk sits here and defends their enemy and say, all because they have a co-worker or somebody at their school who they say that is cool, and say, we're all equal. This is the most foolish mindset that we have to fight to get out of. Did you just see that? Trump has put a rescue mission for white folks to get out of Africa to come to America if they're oppressed. When black folk in America are being oppressed, who comes for us?
Okay, so my question is, if you want to go back to Africa, and they say, okay, fine, here you go, free ticket for go back to Africa, you'd go? If that's how it work out. But I know all of the white folks them want to leave Africa. Some of them happy there. It's only a few. I bet you I'm go few. I go say them want to leave. And when they come America, they go back home. Look, again, people, I said it before. Them elect Trump. These people put Trump in power, right? Him at the government. Him get to do what him want to do. Uno give him the talk to do what him want to do. And this is what he's doing.
Press, who comes for us? Could somebody please buy me a cup of coffee? Could somebody please explain to me, how is that? How can a country that is so racist against a people can go talk about another country is oppressing a people that look like them and will put them under a refugee program and open up a door to provide shelter, money, and jobs when they don't even provide it to their own supposed citizens that don't look like them?
That's it right there. I'm telling you, say for the whole month, all of this stuff that I'm highlight, it's not gonna change. Not change. That's how it was. That's how it is. That's how it's gonna be. As we proceed, people.
That don't look like them. The day is here. I am going to prophesy right now what I've been hearing. And I'm telling you all right now, this year, right now, I'm just putting the word out. It's easy. People think prophecy is like, so hard or whatever. I mean, it's like only if you have an eye to hear, an ear to hear, and eyes to see, you're able to see what is actually transpiring. I'm 58 years old, so I've watched this whole thing unravel when it comes to your enemies. A system that has been set in place to oppose a people because of the internal hate, the disdain they have for a people because they know these are a right people that has been wronged, and yet will continue to press upon these people for their own selfish gain and their own will of wanting to just be superior or better, and then to thumb their nose to say there's nothing you can do. Think about it, y'all. We are the only, listen to this.
Look. Jesus. People. That's the system, though. That's the system. And the system does not to change because the people don't change. We're not change. So the system doesn't have to change. So I say the laws can be amended, rules can be created, right? So do they have to? They don't have no reason for change it, because it's been that way. As we proceed, people, I understand the frustration. What I say, it doesn't have to change.
About it, y'all. We are the only, listen to this. We are the only people in the world who is nationless, who came out of we're prisoners of war still. We were never really, look, I did 20 years in the military. And when a war happens and soldiers get caught in the war and gets captured, brought in by the enemy and held, they're called prisoners of war. At some point in time, you're either going to be killed or you're going to be used as a pawn to be released. Typically, if the bargaining goes on, negotiations go on, they'll release the prisoner of war. We happen to have been a people who, because other African tribes, right? And not every African tribe is the same, y'all. No, it's a different group of people. And when you're there, I've been to 34 African countries, and even they'll tell you, them tribes over there, no, they are not. They are not, us. There is a difference when you talk about that. But this whole mission of when you're taking by a people, sold to a people, and taken to a land for 400 years of being enslaved, never being released to be taken back or given the opportunity to be restored or given your own nation. They did it.
Well, that's what Marcus Garvey was trying to do. But some people said he was trying to make all African go back to Africa, but no, he was opening up a trade and transportation between Africa and the rest of the world and America.
Country that wasn't even part of America, that's called Israel, that they still send $5 billion a year, and created a land for a people who said they wanted to have land in the middle of an Arab nation. But we never was given an opportunity. We still sit in a country that is our captors. We were captured and taken. Do you not understand that? You sit in a land without having any representation. We are the only people in the world. The Arab has their nations. The Asians have their nations. The Europeans have their nations. You could say the Mexicans have their nations. The Africans have their nation. We are the only people in. Do you not know that scripture? That you shall be scattered to the four corners of the earth, living in far distant lands, worshiping their gods. Do you not know that scripture? Do you not understand that as you sit comfortably in a country and you think because you make your little $60,000, $100,000, $1 million, $50 million, that ain't shit? What?
No, it's not, but it's escape.
When I made my first meal, I'm gonna tell y'all, look, it's like this right here. It's like, okay, what? So what? Then you start looking at it sensibly, and then you start looking and realizing that I got $5 million here, $10 million, $20 million, $30 million, and I can make one purchase and it's all gone. That shows you how little money is. When you got price tag on things that you realize that money is little. When you see $1 billion, what the freak is $1 billion? What is $1 billion?
Well, we know $50 million can't get you out of jail. That's what I'm saying, though. Even with $50 million, $50 million can't get you out of jail. Which one better? Being out of jail and having $50 million or $100 million, and it doesn't matter how much you have, you still can't get out. But I'm rather be out, yeah, sir. I'd rather be out, people. I'm telling you. As we proceed, I'm telling you, every time these people speak, right? It's not always total agreement, but we got to be able to understand some things, though, as we proceed.
What is $1 billion? We think because we have obtained our PhDs and we got some job that's making and most of our people are, the average for a black male is $52,000 a year, and a black woman is $48,000 a year. That's peanuts. And we thinking we achieved something. You went to your fraternities and your sororities, and you put a stake in the ground and made a claim that you are this, or you went to this club or this lodge, and you became this, and you think you're something, when in actuality you're considered nothing. And here Trump has just showed his hand. He laid his hand out. And all these Trump supporters, Biden supporters, Republican supporters, Democratic supporters, calling yourself liberals or conservatives, gotten caught up in the mix of saying that you are a American, and yet they look. Let me do a video. Let me show y'all a picture right here. Y'all think that you really represent America? Let me see here. Let me call this up right here. Uh, let me call this up right here. You think that you think we really have any say so or impact in America? You think that you are part of a, look at it. Let me show y'all this right here.
I just got
People. And it's true. It's sad, but it's true, people. Because it doesn't matter how much money you say you have, they have way more. And I said that about Angie Stone. Let me spend more money to stop you from have some money. And right through history, it's Sony's and Arisa, I think it was. But all of these music companies, they've been around for ages. I tell you, I'm shocked when I find out say um Bob Marley family no own Bob Marley music catalog. And that's like a forever, like, I don't know, man. That's it's I was surprised. And me did I listen to a program, and that's what they go like. They were talking about all the music industry. Like, we don't own nothing. Like, there's only a few artists did have them own masters, and all them have to fight to get the masters first of all. And when they do get them, Michael Jackson are one of them where did own for him own, right? And I think Prince, I think him did own him own, but guess what? Prince never have a will. I don't know how the Prince story go, but again there's only a few artists, right? Because usually when the artist them dead, then dead broke. And me talk about that say as soon as an artist dead, that's when them catalog go skyrocket. Angie Stone the same thing. Me tell you say, look how much views and stuff things are gonna go up on our music them now, right? We see them things here, no people. We understanding things, you know, people. We're just not changing things, you people. As we proceed.
In America, you think that you are part of a, look at it. Let me show y'all this right here. Look at this. You look at them people around that table and you tell me, who is this is the inner circle of the government of the United States. You have no impact in this country. You are not even considered in the conversation at this table. You're not even looked upon as a person at this table. These are those who are shaking hands, making deals, contracts, making decisions, setting.
And I talk about that with the inauguration. How the music, even the music, different. Everybody dress up, like I'm telling you guys, when you see even the music different and all of the people do, everybody was on that different side when them do them running for presidency. Them said this and them said that against each other and they carry on. But at the end of the day, all of them get together and congratulate each other and celebrate each other's win and losses and them show you right in front of we people. We are the hunger one who feel say, oh, we can't do. Hello, how you doing? Good morning. Have a nice day. We are the hunger people who can't do that. Cannot greet, conversate, communicate, speak without the emotion. Just talk what's on your mind so we can hear what you're saying. Let us show you the pictures them. Everybody so suit and tie up and dressed up and
making decisions, setting wars, coups, business deals. You think that you are somebody in the midst of a Caucasian panel of people who make the decisions in a country who don't give a hoot about you. Where are you at? See, many of y'all gotten so caught up into, we had a black president. You fool. You think because they decided to put Obama as a president showed equality, that America, that you can become whatever you want? That's a bunch of bull. That was a selection beyond your reflection. This is where we have to realize look, I'm gonna tell y'all something right here. My wife just sent me a text message right here. And you know, many of y'all know that she's in the medical field. She's a physician. And I do her contracts. And they offer these, they offer this money and stuff. And you know, I fight for my wife because my wife has been, a doc for 30 years. I'm looking at her, I think I'm laughing. And I fight for her to get the most that I believe she's worth. Because y'all heard me talk about, you got to know what you're worth.
And I say that all the time. I say, gain your skill, ask for your price. I always say that, enough time, enough of the job them. I always a fight for when me deserve. When me take them people I got court, what you think me do? Me take them for no reason. That's always been the same though. You supposed to get nothing, and then get everything. Every aspect. That's why I say we need to read more. We need more education. We need to teach each other how to be better. We can't change from the form of how we see we. And we see and me see we in our greatness all the time. And since we're not perfect, but we always within ourselves we have the greatness. But we don't utilize it as greatness. We only get access. We only get access as greatness. So they invest a little 3 grand, 4 grand, and then get 100,000 grand. We hear people talk. Oh, we never pay him no mind until him become somebody. And now the family love him. We never know say him that talented until somebody love him. Invest in him. But at the same song them him did a sing before. Because we not believing at each other. We're not trusting at each other, people. As we proceed.
Because y'all heard me talk about you got to know what you're worth. Anyway, they've been hitting her up, and we're on assignment right now, you know, and this goes to they think you're nothing. This still stays in line, but they think you're nothing, and they can just throw you a bone. And we're so hungry, we take the scraps when the Most High said the bread is for us.
Yeah, people. You be at the bread, you slice the bread. But all right, I'm tell you say everything that I've been going through, it's always continuously the same struggle. It's a struggle for equality. It's a struggle for respect. But all along it's we knowing we deserve this. We knowing we earn this. We know we're not guess, we're not stammer. It's we know. I tell you, we know. It's just you guys don't acknowledge it. You don't accept it. Because if you don't accept it, you don't reward it. That's why I say even with the football players, them, right? There shouldn't be no draft or nothing. It's just who is the best, right? Goes to the worst team, right? If them can't pay the money, you're the worst team. You're the worst team, right? And you're gonna draft me for bring your team into contention for one little piece of change. Now, within this period of time, if me get injured, me get tossed to the sideline. Right? So me say, if you're the worst team, me supposed to come in there and sign the money where you expect to make your team better. So there shouldn't be no go to the worst team and then you're on a rookie contract for 5 years. And I always believe if your skills is good enough, you deserve to get paid. I always say that. All of them people that always self-reliant, you know. All of these people always been self-reliant. As we proceed, people.
Paying such and such. And then I say, you know, I want to prove a point to you. This is exactly what I told her. I want to prove a point to you. That's scraps. I said, you know what? I want you to go ahead and give them this number. It was $30 more an hour. Just, I want you to just start with, just do that right there. She comes back to me and she says, the woman says, nah, well, no, there's no way that they can do this, and that. That's just, there's no way. She sent me this was yesterday. We had a conversation. Now I'm looking at her text right here. Says the woman is asking if she can get it, if she can get that, if she can give her that, would it be okay to proceed to work starting on this specific date?
Might jump. That's the next thing when them say all, oh, the team can't afford this player. The team, how long some of them team are their own, how much money them team you have. So when they must make it look, oh, the player has to take a pay cut. But why does the player have to take a pay cut? When we hear them things, I'm say, it's that don't make no sense. If the player is injured, or them not player up to 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 form, yes. But why take a pay cut when you earn it? Them say, oh, when them say, oh, there is them say every team have like a limit on how much money them fi pay for the year budget or something like that. That's something that I just to protect the one of them. That's just okay. Let's just let's just say we can't spend this much money, right? And then it's like our hands are tied. We like trillions of dollars these people making up. So how is there like a limit on how much money you can spend? It's how much limit you can spend on the players. So that I go keep the players them in a certain threshold. Not telling you no, and time I look on them things, oh, as we proceed, people.
Starting on this specific date. And I wanted to prove that to my wife. I wanted to prove that to my wife. I went 30 above. And all the assignments that she has been doing, I was like, okay, let's just go 15, whatever, this and that. And I'm just like, got pissed off because I'm like, no, when you're trying to explain something to someone who just don't understand a system, sometimes you're like, okay, all right, whatever. And now it's like, I told my daughter this. My daughter, she just got a job with the WNBA. She got a job. My daughter, but before she took it, I said, look, throw them this number. Well, they said that this was the most. I don't care. Just do it. Just tell them, look. When are we going to wake up? Just because do you not know that if America is in $50 trillion in debt, you know how much money is rolling around out here? Money is easy to be made. They just make it. These companies has trillions of dollars.
Trillions of dollars. These companies have trillions of dollars. Trillions of dollars. And they just make up these things to protect these trillions of dollars. And we never, wait a minute. How can this, we never think about, wait a minute. How is that possible? At the same thing, we said, okay, how can Jamaica, an island in the middle of the ocean, a water crisis? That makes sense? It's just utilizing the water, which is responsibility. Somebody is responsible for utilizing the water. So go to the people and when I utilize the water. Instead of just saying, oh, it's water crisis, it's water crisis. That means it can't be solved. Understand? We have to question, ask question. This not make no sense. Instead of you say, make it make sense. No, it's not gonna make sense. It's not gonna make no sense. As we proceed, people.
Dollars that they can play around with. Billions and billions of dollars. I put my personal business out there right there, but I wanted to show you all that because my thing of it is that if you don't know what you're worth, if you don't understand in a system, it's just taking from you. And what's happening is, yeah, my daughter, let me finish up with my daughter. My daughter calls me back and tells me, she says, Daddy, they went above what they told me, what I told you. And I said, didn't I tell you?
Did I tell you?
They told her the max they said this job here, the max is for her, well, she's at $65 an hour. They offered her 62. I told her, I said, I would go 75, 80. She, because you're scared. I'm like, you have nothing to lose. You already got a job.
So the first thing people out there say, we're scared. Why are we so scared? Why are we so scared at everything? It's just challenges. It's challenges. Because I tell you, if we don't challenge it, it won't change. It's not gonna change. It's not gonna change. It's not gonna change if we not challenge it. If we just accept it. I'm tell you, I never accept it, I've never accepted it. I've always challenge it. And I win more than I lose, trust me. I win more than I lose. And that was always my goal. As we proceed, people.
She, because you're scared. I'm like, you have nothing to lose. You already got a job. I said, go tell them why you believe you're worth 80. Well, she got scared and she defended her in her ability to do the job and explained to them, and she said 70. And guess what they gave her? They gave her 70. When initially they told her that job taps out at 65 an hour. But they turned around and gave her 70. Hell, if she would have said what I said, she would have got that.
I'll tell you some more time. People, them always switch. Them always switch them word. Them always say one thing and do something different. Been through these already. The Mia say him go keep the hospital open. As soon as the Mia go in power, the hospital close. So it's nothing is written in stone. Come tell us laws. Not even laws is written in stone. Not even laws. They make amendments. They make amendment to laws. They make amendment to anything. And we have to challenge what's made, if it's made for us. And it's not just us, people. It's always about everybody. But it seems like us is always on the back burner. How does it proceed, people?
80. You see, when you're in the when we are in our captors, we're captives. When we are in our captors or in our oppression, we are so fearful because we don't want to lose. Why? Because across that interview table is people who don't look like you and those who are making decisions whether you get the job or not. And so you don't want to ripple the boat. You don't want to ripple the water. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to give off the appearance that you're being greedy. My team is made.
Oh, that is funny. That is really funny because you don't want to seem greedy to people who are greedy. How is that possible? Okay, so the publisher say she bring the book to the people them for publish. The people say them are gonna sell the book for $5, right? And she gonna get what? She gonna get 50 cents. And what she say? She became a publisher. She created her own company, right? Azabad Ali. That's what she said. So that may I try to show you. Sometimes you might think that's the only option, but it's not the only option, right? We always creative. We always I think with unlimited. I them create this outside the box thing. And people are walk around and create this box thing. When we're unlimited, why would you limit it yourself to even that thought? Until you say some things, it needs to be blasphemed. And maybe I'm going to come up with a dictionary or maybe a list of things that we should never say. I'm going to talk about that already. Say, there's so much words we're not supposed to say to each other, right? Or repeat. We're never supposed to repeat them words to ourselves. But as we proceed, people,
give off the appearance that you're being greedy. But look what they do for each other. They can set refugee benefits for white people who talk about there being oppressed in South Africa. That they can,
and we said that they they own 70% of the land in South Africa, right? 70% of the land. And it's not like they're wiping out everybody and taking back the land. They're using the lands that they're not using. So if you have like say 100,000 acre land, right? And then say, okay, then give me 10 acre of the land. You go ball and say them take back the whole land. So this is what I'm trying to show you. This is why I try to highlight these situations, because you see, when it's in the media and you only hear one thing, in your mind you put this one thing without detailing. Okay, let me find out what's going on. Let me see what's happening here. Is it the truth? Because right truth, with history, you know, the paper always write according to how them want write. It's never honest. The black paper them were used to write the honest information, them don't even exist anymore. These are all the things when we say how creative we used to be. We used to own our own newspaper printing plant. We used to have daily newspaper. What's going on in different areas. And talk how them used to use the paper right on the paper them, and them used to the people them work on the tree and used to bring the papers them around. Right? So you would hear what's going on in the West. All of these things were used to be intricate. We used to be connected like that. As we proceed, people, as we proceed.
You can come to America. Oh yeah, I open up the doors. 54 African countries have no visa program waivers that I'm going to do for Africa. But here's a refugee program for white Africans who can come to America, start a new life, have benefits, get jobs, go to college and all that off the dime of your taxes. And you thinking you a special black person who's an American that Trump and Biden and the Republicans and Democrats really love. We got to wake up.
Okay, and remember I said, I talk about a little bit about that. I said the FBA, which is the fundamentally black, or is I said I wasn't gonna talk about it, but it's FBA. I think it's the acronym for it is, and it's Foundational Black uh Associate or something like that. I'm gonna do a video on that, but again, that's pretty much pertaining because they're saying, well, we're different blacks from every other black, and we like just listening to how they talk. It's like, okay, so we build America, so all other blacks need to go and find their own way because they shouldn't be standing on our greatness. Understand? Me know I'm gonna keep on saying it. We are all in the same boat with similar situation. It's not the exact same. I'm gonna get corrected on that. It's not the exact same, but it's similar. That's why I'm gonna say hate is hate right across the board. The Rasta lady say it, right? That all them look on Rasta. That's still hate. No matter who you look on. And that word comes up. I'm gonna say that should be a blasphemy word. It shouldn't be part of the vocabulary. Like many other words. So first, I say we have to cleanse up certain things. We have to understand why it's so important. And not be so superficial about some things. As we proceed, people.
Republicans and Democrats really love. We got to wake up. Somebody buy me a freaking cup of coffee because I need caffeine to kick me in gear to wake me up out of this sleep. Somebody, please tell me what is going on. Please, those who came in, please rewind. I just showed the videos. This are reports. This is what Trump just did. No to Africans, yes to Afrikaans. No to black people, yes to white people. This is what it's about. And we
and they voted him in, people. I keep on stressing it. This man said exactly what he was gonna do, and they voted him. So this is what I'm saying. Is it agenda for the people saying, "Oh, he's bad, he's bad"? They're just saying he's bad in public, and when they go home, they say, "Oh, I am just loving it." I don't understand, right? Because them know where him go do. And I'm gonna talk about the thing with them say again, the mega. It's called yeah. Then call they call themselves so our next acronym. So me hear this word on here, I mean I know they must have mega make America great again. So they call themselves the mega. Mr. Wait, them all create a totally different race again. We are mega. I want that. People me are telling us sometimes, sometimes these people, them people are not say them have make themselves better humans, It's not about making humanity great. It's not about uh, the people then call themselves mega or me don't know how them pronounce it, but them use the acronym and them just call it a word now. Seen? That me I try to show you that people can make up anything and make it work. Anything. Imaginary or unimaginary. Because this is their world, people. And then just I love it. As we proceed,
to black people, yes to white people. This is what it's about. And we think that we are special people who have arrived and talking about things are great. Because you're making your little measly little 100,000, 200, 300,000, 1 million, $50 million. Shame on you. Look, check this out right here. I did a research just
I said it from before. Okay. $50 million and you can't come out of jail. $100 million and you can't come out of jail. So how comes money is so important? Money. I talk about them things. Once money becomes God, there's no God. Because at least if there's a God, you'd have said, oh God, me not do that. But some people don't care about that. Me hear one story, them say $5,000 to box up a person. This person will take $5,000 to box up a next human. Money. That's why I say the next generation, money is not it. Uno, the unlimited Uno. Man say it doesn't matter, them just print money. And that me I say, Uno can't compete with people can just print money, so. And money is just cutting. The lady said that. It's so ironic. Them print money upon cotton. It's crazy, isn't it? But it's crazy until you understand what it is. As we proceed, people, come and tell us that these people, they might explaining things are from many years. But because before, when we had attraction, and now we only have distraction. I know, people, sometimes we have to laugh about the situation, but it's serious, you know. We used to be attracted to each other. And we used to talk about human attraction. Know what I'm saying? The opposite attract. So you force yourself to deal with somebody what you're not even like. So all of them things that we have to think about. It's not in the past alone. It's right here. It's right here with us. It's within us. It's all around us. So how can it just be in the past? As we proceed, people, as we proceed. I'm telling you, so sometimes classes, it can't just jog on. You have to have some fun in a class. As we proceed.
Look, check this out right here. I did a research just to check on Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, who everybody praises like he's got all this money. He ain't got crap. He don't have a pot to piss in. Oh my God, Michael Jordan is worth, Michael Jordan's worth $1 billion. $1 billion. Did y'all see Kanye West crying? He was $5 billion. They won't let me have my own label company type of brand. I have to go through them and they don't accept
the That's funny. It is though. Let me say, okay, how comes me say that the athlete them were rich enough, have so much money, why make them can't come together, do them own league? Why can't all of those back in the days, them kings they never like come together and work together? So are these kings? Are just entertainers? Because the more them act up under them things, there's the more money they make. I don't know. I'm just saying, with so much money, them can create them own wealth building. And can create them own network infrastructure, just like how we did have it before. But is that the interest though? Is that their agenda? That's why I'm saying right shoe back on forward. You just see the people them I take away from the people them I do what they're supposed to do to create what they're supposed to create. Generational wealth, generational education, generational betterment. That's why I'm outside the loop. It just feels like the loop. The loop, now gone away. Because a pure argument about where to go. I'm gonna talk about how you can take, you can implement something here and take that implementation somewhere else and it work. Because of the same thing with the schools them did I do. Right? We have the books them, we have this, we have everything, people. We have the great people them right beside we, right? Because I now go through them research and not talk about what greatness it is. When Booker T did have him school, right? That's what happening. And did that educate them so they can go back into the community to educate. That's why I say each one teach one how to be better. Each one teach one how to be. But when you see the things them what them I do now, it's not educational, it's just trending. So we're trending I do for race. Huh? And for culture. And then you can't say nobody have no time for them same thing, them man. But destruction of your mind and destruction of the mind them around you is a good thing. Don't care about your one because your one rotten already. But may I say, the next generation are your fate. At least the generation them before with them did care about the next generation. They had care enough to do them best to educate. But the best thing we can do, because we know want to be responsible, that's in the past. That can be done. Yeah. Of course, you say you're lazy because you're not interested in doing that. There's more time when people talk, them say so much. Can understand where them point of view is, where them mind there, if them mind there somewhere. But again, I say this example, yeah, so it's again Michael Jordan owned a golf course and give millions of dollars to charity and just don't speak on anything. But this is a good example. As we proceed, people come to the center in a class, we are learn, right? We are teach, we are get better because I'm telling you some of them things that it's also healing. It's also healing because we're hurt people. We're head full of gasoline. All we need is just a matches. As we proceed, people.
Type of brand. I have to go through them and they don't accept the type of designs that I want, this and that. And he's got $5 billion. That tells you, Negro, you have no power. I looked up Michael Jordan.
Honestly, it's so like Kanye for real still, you know. But the same time, Kanye did come out with the album there, Dark Twisted Fantasy. That album there. I said, oh, this man I can't say them the same thing and nobody no said no, but nobody didn't say nothing though. He had some good album before. But me tell you say when that the one they come out and me say, but nobody no say nothing about this album. So that me say if you listen to people to be influenced, listen to entertainers to be influenced. When you're supposed to look to educators. So now people, them not look on their mother, they not look on their father, but then listen to some rap artists who turn themselves into something worthless. But if you listen to your mother will turn you into something price more. Educators and entertainers are two different people. I'm telling you, enough time them just blur the line between everything and make everything one, and everything one is not two. Just confusion. As we proceed, people.
And saw that his Air Jordans, by his name, he only gets 7% of the returns. I think it was 7%. I don't want to lie to y'all. Though he made $25 million, I think it was last year on sales off of just 7%. But think about that.
Yeah, think about that. So, even if it's, but even like 7% though, 7%. Jesus though, you're Michael Jordan, even like a 30%, 25%, even 25% though. People, I'm just saying, right? The very fact this man could have created his own company because the lady said it. They were gonna pay her 50 cents and they're selling her book for $5. This is Michael Jordan. So it's not even him or get rich, you know. Look at it though. He's not even getting, I mean, he's getting rich. But they're getting quadrillion rich. That's why I say when for them money can't done. And that's the only purpose of the machine, just to make money. There's nothing that matters. That are some Stefan Marbury. make him own shoes, and him make it affordable. Michael Jordan shoes them, back in the days you could have get one for $100. You know look for Michael Jordan shoes now. Cause when them trade them and then cost all 500, 600, them price range there. So you know them start off little by little and then raise it and increase it and then say, okay, make us see if we can jack it up to this price. And then take it off of the market and then sell it back for retro and then do all of this thing and then manipulate it and then do everything just to get to it just as consumers. No, there's no money in the community. Absolutely no money now in the community because there's no community business. It's cold, but it's the truth. And now I understand certain things even more. And I see not because I say that it's not the big picture because you see, I always say it when you talk about the big picture, no people get cut out and literally every time I talk about the big picture, we were never included in the big picture. This is why we never like nobody don't tell me about nothing about no big picture. Because when you talk about the big picture, there's so much people's never in the picture. And these people, great people before us, they're not in the picture because we don't put them in the frame of our mind. That's why I'm saying from I did a document all of them things that from earlier. And I did a create, I did a put together how just like how these I put together them these videos and everything just to show the understanding of our greatness. Well, we don't gravitate to that. We don't gravitate. We don't see each other. So as we proceed with the great Michael Jordan, come tell us, I always love him skills. But again, there's not a Michael Jordan University, right? Well, not that I'm aware of. Kobe Bryant did a set up film situation, film academy. LeBron James them have a school. I again, right? These are athletes. They're all athletes. Pretty much entertainers too, right? They're just good at what they do. But they're still entertainers because when people, you know, shout and scream and cuss and galang bad, like the recent incident where some student or get death threat and them something. But I tell you say it doesn't change because you see, them are gonna love you when you do good, you know. They're gonna love you when you do good. But please don't do no bad. And then remember it's your decision what bad is. Yes. Kneeling on the side of a football field, yeah, that's definitely bad business. People, you see, I tell you same time come and sit down and talk about certain things. And I like some I talk from it from never experience. I talk from enough experience. But you see, it's experience. And it's just every experience is a moment. And life is a moment that you remember. And always come back to a greatness. because I've never gone out there and tell anybody, say, look, what I want from you to do is pay me and I'll do nothing. Or this is my idea. I will come here, right? I'll do what I want when I want, and you pay me. We don't get those privileges. Plus, me no stay so. It's always about respect. And most of the time, just because they're paying you, many people think that them can disrespect you. Understand? That's why I always ask. I don't beg, because if you have to beg, right? If you have to beg for something, it's not worth it. Like, okay then, you want me for gravel feet? That's pretty much what it is. That's why I say the word beg is one of the words that we need to cut out. You're asking. Please and thank you. Like and share up the live. Thank you. People, I say, it's okay to be smart. It's okay to have a brain and use it. So we listen to the great Michael Jordan story. But tell us, any spot that we stop, we must always go back. I mean, we must always step right there and start, which means we're supposed to remember at all times where we are. As we proceed.
Percent, but think about that. Let me see here. Michael Jordan, Air Jordan. What does he got? Let's see here. 5%. How much royalty does Michael Jordan get from the Nike? Michael Jordan earns about 5% of the Jordan brand sales as part of his license and with his deal with Nike. 5%. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna tell y'all. You know, there is a thing where, of course, I know money runs and controls people. It used to control me too. But I remember back in the day when the older folk used to say, all money's not good money. Matter of fact, I have turned down so much money just with this YouTube. You know how many companies reach out to me wanting to do commercials and advertise their products and, want to do these side deals and, these companies who want to go ahead and me put plugs in for them all. I have done zero of them. Why? Because not all that to me, not all money's good money. I'd rather make no money from them, even though some money is, I was also raised that sometimes some money is better than no money. But that's if you are in a need of it. But I rather have nothing, receive nothing. If I was Michael Jordan, even though he's in a different man than I am, then for them to get 95% and all I get is 5%. You mean to tell?
Unless there's some other side deal or something like that. We don't know what the side deal, but on paper, because again, right? Michael Jordan is an icon. He's been in that echelon. He owns a NASCAR. He's in the race car industry too. Yes, I am aware of. He owns a team in the NASCAR driving, race car driving, right? I don't know which league it is, but he also has arbitration against the company, the owners of the company, and that stipulates like that situation is like again, he could build his own he could build his own racetrack. He could do all of these stuff. He's Michael Jordan. So it's like when you go under the NASCAR corporation, everything that they say goes. Right? Remember, it was an all-inclusive club before. And that's, again, I can highlight these. There's so much things that we can highlight, people. But just on the side note that he's in a he's in court, because once you join these corporations, their rules is their rules. How they operate is how they operate. So if they sell gas, right, you have to buy their own gas, right? If they sell tire, you have to buy their own tire. If they sell, say, car parts, you have to buy their own car parts because you're under their corporation. So this is what I'm saying with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan could go start his own shoes brand because he's in that category of uh, popularity, um, in status, society, all of them stuff. So if he decided to do his own stuff, it's not impossible for him. The same thing with the NASCAR company. So I'm saying if we add our own, so that's what I'd like to find out if we used to do race car driving or add a race car track. But we're proceeding with Michael Jordan and his companies and Nike.
You mean to tell me that I don't deserve for my hard work, my name, my brand, that I deserve 30%? This is where we are in a country been so oppressed, depressed, that we forget who we are. When the Most High had told us, all you have to do is follow, and I shall bless your comings and your goings. You see, the blessing is when you're able to remove oneself out of a system being tied to financially or under the control that you have to perform at a certain level and thinking that you have achieved something. When you realize all is lost, all is nothing, it means nothing. Titles don't mean anything. Fame and fortune means nothing. Because at the end of the day, it's all about really, how do I navigate through this life that is passed to me that I have to be able to survive in.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I said, man, I always said, we can leave, but nobody can escape. And if this is their escape, that's their escape. Them not have to take nobody with them because them escape. Them have enough money for whatever they want to accomplish in this lifetime. They can have generational wealth set up for their kids and their kids, their kids, their kids. That's perfectly what society wants. It's not supposed to be we. It's it's me. Me not care about making shoes affordable for poor kids. The ones who can buy it, they're gonna buy it. $100 billion a year. Yeah, somebody's buying it, and it doesn't cost that much to be made. And if that's a side hustle, that's just a side hustle. That's not his real business. In golf course and in NASCAR and all of those things, you know, those things are important to him. Him give entertainment. Because I remember when he was fighting for $35 million a year. Um, them times he wasn't getting what he deserved then. As we proceed, people,
That I have to be able to survive in. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Michael Jordan shouldn't be making his money off of it. No, that's a business deal that he made. I'm just saying, just think about how we're treated. Just think about how we're treated.
okay, and it's not just treated, it's accepted. It's not just treated, it's accepted. head, because we wouldn't be the one highlighting this now. It'll be Michael Jordan be highlighting this. That's why I'm gonna say he has generational wealth. His kids are good. We're just saying overall, the people living in this skin that we're living in, it doesn't matter how high they go. It's pretty much the same treatment. So if all of us get treated the same way, why do we treat each other like how others treat us? And that's the question, you know. So when we listen to the F Foundational B Black Association, I think it is, or I don't want to get their name messed up, but the way they talk, it's like, well, we're a different type of, uh, uh, you know, we're not Africans. We are totally different from every other blacks out there. We're the great blacks. But this situation with Trump, there's no great blacks out there saying, no, this is deplorable. This is not right. We need to stop this. No, no, these people are just, it shows, and I talk about the same thing. All of these people sitting at this table make their decision with or without us, especially without us. So how am I gonna look at you and say, "Oh, you come from Chinibai, or you come from"? I told you, great us come from all over the world. So I just have to appreciate that there's greatness in all of us. You can't beat me up to say that yes, because you don't agree that you want to accept it. Say greatness in you. And you say, well, me no want it. Okay. But it doesn't it you think it gonna stop it from being in you? Manners, respect. You think it's gonna stop from being in you just because you don't practice it? Love, you think say that not in you? Of course not, says the denier, the denier, the denier. As we proceed, people.
Let me let my wife know. Hold on. You know, we are just downtrodden, you know, kicked to the curb. We've been told we're bad for so long. For
That's
me,
me say. We've been told we've been bad, and we tell ourselves so we're bad. And we accept so we're bad. Eh? As we proceed, people.
has portrayed us to be just evil people. We have a disdain and a hate for one another because we've fallen into the lie. We believe that we have become them. We have went to the English classes and speak proper and you know passed their exams, and we have become doctors and attorneys, and we become our bachelor's degrees and our master's degrees, and we have gotten us a house with a mortgage, and we bought us a car that cost $100,000, and I'd ride around in my Mercedes.
Well, we're communicating in a language that we don't understand, though. That's the thing. All of those stuff is all pretentious stuff. This is what W.E. Du Bois wants us to be. See? Remember? That's what W.E. Du Bois wanted Booker T. Washington to turn us into, you know, well educated ballet dancing, opera watching when we're skilled people, we have skills. Our skills supposed to be utilized. Those things come secondary. But the skills of humanity is better than the skills of money. That's why when I'm researching and looking at these things and I'm finding out these things, right? I'm saying, wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, so this person was on that side and this person was on this side. And you can see how them ideals are, how it's set up and who you feel listen to and you feel understand. This is why I said there's research, but nobody's researching. Not nobody, but a very small amount of people. But these stuff are so important. As we proceed, people.
I'd ride around in my Mercedes Bentley, my BMW, and I have made it. I live next door to a white person who I am myself am white.
And we talk about branding, right? We talk about when branding, we started gravitate to brands because we used to get the crappy, shoddy equipment, clothes and them stuff there, right? And then we start buy brands because these brands was a little bit better than the crappy stuff. But now we become branded. If it now cost $100,000, I talked about it yesterday, right? The people them will box up each other. It's because of the brand. If you now wear this a brand, yeah, or if your brand is not expensive enough, then you're gonna get boxed up. Because it seems like the brand, the brand, if you wear Gucci, it depends on which one. That's what it seems like. We become just materialistic. We have to have something that's worth in a other country where they make them something there before them put them brand on it. It's $50, $30. Then put them brand on it and sell it for $2,000 and pay the people them will make it $3. So actually cause the demise. Part of the demise. By owner spend. Oh, we don't care. Because it doesn't affect us. And that's why I say when these people can escape and leave everybody else in there, doesn't mean say them free. It just means say them escape. Because it has to be all of us that's free. Still not get it. As we proceed.
This is what we've become. This is what we've become. And I wanted just to share this with you so that we can open up our eyes just to really see that it's time. The corner's about to turn. And it's about time that many people are going to have to reap the hell that's coming down the road. There are those who's already positioned themselves, myself and others, to be put in other countries that have other domains, have created themselves jobs and have businesses, to be putting some of the eggs in other baskets, to have other opportunities and not be relying on the nipple of America to feed you when it doesn't give a damn about you.
And that's one of the things I said. We have to be able to still plan to look at things then. We just have to keep our ability in practice just in case if we have to. If you don't know if you joke one little hole and put something in there, what if you have to? Nah, man, that could never happen. It's okay, people, for us to have the skills, right? And don't need the skills, that need the skills and don't have the skills. If we can't communicate with each other, we can't get along with nobody at all. And you need little help. We are going to bad them up for the little help? Huh? Without communicating and say, look, I need a little help. Every little thing helping people to be a better person, a better human being. Just the little things them. What we can do for ourselves, first of all. And the people that have so much and don't care, you can't force them to care. That's, and that me say, even the people that want to get paid to do them job, they don't want to do it. Give them 100 quadrillion raise if they don't want to do it. Give them a house on the mountain. Beautiful views. If they don't want to do it, they won't do it. It's easier for them to want to do it and do it than begging them to do it and paying them to do it and know the same result. Burkina Faso, 3-4 years a place, they have so much improvement. And year in and year out and year in and year out, them say, Jamaica's gonna be better. Jamaica's gonna be better one day. That could be a lifelong promise. Because one day is one day. You only ever hear soon come before? Well, me hear soon come enough time. I know them time they no come. People, me say we just have one different people. We're different people in similar situation. We're different people individually, but we're all in a similar situation. The people that are in a better situation will always gonna make it better for the ones in that situation. Why? Because them no want nobody more body in a for them situation. They're gonna keep everybody in a this fencing place. And no need to go watch the Walking Dead series, people. I'm telling time I did just start watch it. I never want to watch it, but trust me, I want to watch it. I want to understand certain things. Even not every situation, I need to be organized. And the mind must be right. And I must be able to. It's so important when humans used to be humans and fight for humanity. Then you get the best of people. Invention, creativity. As we proceed, people, come tell us that school always open, but there's no class without the people in it. You hear me I say? School is always open, but there's no class without the student them in it. And the thing about it is, the student them still have to go to school. But if there's no school, there's still class. Right? Them have high class and them have low class. Me always say me not care as long as me in a class. Them always say me late on when they used to show up somewhere. But me always tell them, say, I'm in class, don't worry. Thank you, people. Because me say it's a journey, right? And I'm on this journey too. And I love it. Because it's part of my life, my history, my future. And we can do make a difference. If we really want. I say pick up a pencil, pick up a book, write something. Because something means something. Nothing means nothing, people. Nothing. Always more to come. I'm out.